suffered with arthritis for many years. And 2 years ago, about 2 years ago this time, I came home from running errands and couldn't get into my house. I couldn't do the step from the garage into the kitchen. So I ended up calling the paramedics, and these two nice young paramedics came and got me up. And I realized at that point that I was no longer going to be able to drive by myself and get in and out. I needed to lose some weight to be able to get the knee surgery. So I had that last fall. The moment my knee got better, the hip started really bothering me. And that has been the problem. I've been housebound pretty much since then. I've been out of the house 5 times this year, and they were for doctor's appointments or to get my driver's license renewed. When this first happened to me, I needed a ramp, and I called Messiah to find somebody who could do a ramp, and the next day people were here to help me with the ramp. The one physical therapist who was helping me at home told me I would need a lift recliner, and the next week she couldn't be here, and another woman came, and she said, you need a lift recliner, and I have a client who's wanting to get rid of hers. So I got an $800 lift recliner for nothing, and this is God working in big ways and in small ways. DoorDash. Yeah, DoorDash has been a blessing in one way until I pay for it, and then I'm like, oh, it's a little expensive, but it's been, funny things like that. I mean, you have to have a sense of humor. And so, and I'm able to keep my students now, most of them, my piano and guitar students, so that's been a blessing. And I have one good friend who's here every Monday to do my laundry, clean my house, do my grocery shopping, and countless other friends who just come in to visit me and call me on the phone, send me cards and letters and texts. I don't know what I ever did without Facebook before, because it's become very important to me now. And those are all blessings that God provides for us. I have to give a shout out to Oliver too, because having a pet, another living, breathing person in this house really helps as well. And all of that is God given, I think. I've been a lifelong Christian, so God was always a presence in my life. But now I pretty much take him with me with whatever I do. I mean, he helps me get up in the morning, and and I pray a lot. We talk a lot. It's not always just formal prayers. Sometimes I'll say, are you watching this on TV? What do you think of that? One of the things that I've learned throughout the years, how important my link to Messiah is. And you've got these groups, those community groups that you've started, and boy, that is so important to have. And I have Pastor Rao coming here to give me communion, and when he comes, I've got to give a shout out to these kids, the first graders. I think they always make stuff and bring it, and that is so important. I keep this on my refrigerator just to remind me that there are children out there who are helping, and they, as first graders, they might not really understand, and that's one of the things I wanted to mention for them, so that they know how much this means to me. The overriding message would be that God will provide for you no matter what situation you're in and how dismal it may be. And boy, I'm not going to lie to you, there have been days when I've cried all day long, just out of sheer loneliness and feeling isolated. And the thing we all, nobody wants to die alone or get old alone, and here I am. And yet I don't feel alone 99% of the time. And then I learned, how often I say what if, or think, oh, what if this happens or that happens. So rather than making them negative what ifs, I've tried consciously to make them positive what ifs, like, what if you get that hip surgery and by next summer you're able to walk, and what if your creativity comes back and you write a bestseller? Those, I just try to keep it positive, because once you go down that negative road, it's hard to bring it back. I think we all need to make that conscious effort to seek God. You don't have to look very far because He's right next to us, and that's such a comforting thought.